Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Jadea World.
You look back on this day and say you're good now, you're good now, you're good now, you're good now.
Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, leave me a comment. And today I'm so excited to present to you my first tea brand called Leaves of Day. This is very special to me because this is a journey that I've been on for a couple of years now, just trying to stay healthy and be in the best shape of my life and be in the best health of my life because, like I've always been saying, health is wealth. These times right now, we definitely need to need to be watching our health because there's so many things out there that we eat that is just detrimental to our DNA, to who we are, to our emotions, to our aura, to like everything. And we all know if your energy ain't right, you ain't gonna be right. You're just gonna be a walking zombie. We don't want that. So today, that's what I'm gonna be talking to you guys about. You know, I'll be dropping a lot of videos of my stages in my pregnancy and all the different foods and stuff that I ate as a vegan, like basically just how I became healthier in my journey. Let's talk about the different teas that I have. The brand is called Leaves of Day. There are 3 major teas that I came up with, handpicked them myself, like not literally, but like handcrafted the ingredients myself. This tea has 2 main ingredients, Soursop and elderberry. These are the teas: chamomile, Soursop elderberry, Jamaican peppermint root, Soursop elderberry, and raspberry, Soursop elderberry. I decided to put the Soursop tea in all the different cans because Soursop itself is a great plant in general that a lot of people have no idea about. Some of the benefits of Soursop is that it can fight inflammation, and that is one of the main things. Once you start eating these things that have mucus and different stuff, you're inflaming your body. So once I got rid of a lot of the inflammation, everything started clearing up. You know, my body isn't clogged up anymore. So now it's starting to cleanse itself. And that is one of the things that you want. It'll also help improve your digestive health. It also helps stabilize your blood pressure and so many more different benefits just by one plant. God knew what he was doing. So why do we always constantly act like we don't know what to do when we get sick and stuff? This is the one thing that bothers me about people and like science and people who just don't think that, oh, by eating plants, I can be healed. It's like, because God literally put all of this stuff on this planet here for us to basically be able to heal ourselves. I was introduced to Soursop via Instagram. I think I heard about it like through Dr. Sebi in my journey of like really just trying to get deeper and deeper in my cleansing. And actually, you know what? I'm lying. The first time that I actually heard about Soursop was because my mom had breast cancer and my dad bought her some Soursop tea because it's a cancer fighting tea. It's a cancer fighting fruit in general. For a lot of you that don't know, the reason why I wanted to become healthier is because I was like maybe 3 years ago starting to notice the signs of endometriosis. And for those of you who don't know what endometriosis is, it's like tissue built up in your uterus, like on the outside of your uterus, that can also prevent you from having children. It has a lot of different symptoms that are very painful, that is just very uncomfortable to have to deal with, and that is what I was dealing with, and I just did not like it at all. It was not fun at all, and it just happened out of nowhere. Like all my life that I've been living, all the years that I have been living, I've never dealt with this, and it was just hard and it was painful, and I just wanted it to end and try to figure out any way that I could get it to go. The doctors just did not have the right answers for me, and I was just like, you know what? Time to get on my holistic Dr. Juju and figure out what it is that I have to do in order to make this right for me and my body. So, you know, I was hit with that, and what I basically did was, like I said, I became a vegan. I cut out cheese, dairy, and it's very hard to say you're going vegan, because when you're used to 20 something years of beef, steak, hamburgers, chicken, milk, cheese was like the very last thing that was just so hard to give up. And sometimes it is so hard to just give up on it in general, because even as a vegan, you still crave pizza. Like, how do you give up pizza? That's the one thing that I'll just be looking at pizza sometimes like, it wouldn't be bad if I just eat one slice, you know? But it is. It was for me. I'm definitely a health advocate, but everybody's different. Me eating cheese, I developed a lot of blockage and backup in my body, and I would not recommend it for other people, because literally that's kind of like what it does, because there's mucus in it. So like once your body has too much mucus, it can develop a lot of room for diseases and different stuff like that, because that's literally what mucus is. Too much of it can kill you. So, in addition to all of this stuff, once I started looking up, different foods that could heal me, soursop came into play, and the fruit and the leaves. So the leaves have really, really good components. And if you guys go to my website, leavesofday.com, you guys will see a lot of the different benefits that I have listed there for you guys to know more about the soursop in general. Now, with elderberry, I was introduced to elderberry through COVID. With being introduced to elderberry, it helps boost your immune system, and it helps keep different germs and stuff, like, fighting them away. So I decided to just add elderberry in my tea. Ever since I've been adding these things, and I feel great. I feel really good ever since I made these changes. I definitely feel like my frequency is just vibrating on a different level. I'm definitely more aware and just more alert and just more everything. And that's also with your mindset. Once you start to change something for the better and you are constantly putting your mindset in the right direction, there's nothing that can stop you, because your mind won't let it. Now, with the raspberry, this one was very close to my heart, like throughout my pregnancy, because it is generally going to help all the women out there. Because raspberry, especially for pregnancy, helps tone your uterus. So for all the women who are like, maybe trying to get pregnant or through pregnancy, or just wanting to have a healthy body for women in general, raspberry tea is going to bless your life, okay? It's going to bless your life, honey. It's going to help all of your hormones, bring it all together. It's a good source of nutrients and antioxidants. Red raspberry leaves are rich in vitamins and minerals, and they provide vitamin B, vitamin C, and a number of minerals, including potassium, magnesium, zinc, iron. You're going to thank me for copping some of this tea, okay? I've talked to like a lot of women who are going through like the same thing as me, and it sucks, because if we would just have known or even brought up in the right way, we would be able to avoid a lot of these different scares. Like soy in general, it is in every little thing, and soy and different things like soy have a lot of estrogen in it. So more estrogen buildup is not good. We already produce a lot of estrogen. It's not good for men especially, and it's not good for women. It will kind of like destroy a lot of things, a lot of good things in the body. And it's literally everywhere. Like, it's in gum, it's in bread, it's in, there's soy milk, there's soy in so many things that it just doesn't make any sense why. Except, if you know, you know. That a lot of things don't make sense, but it's everywhere, because there's some type of connection to why it's everywhere and why, we keep eating it, and then these things happen, and then we end up having to go to the doctor, and if you know, then you know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, I had to cut all of that stuff out, like gluten, soy. I don't really eat wheat too much, because you know, I just feel like they tamper with a lot of things. Really, I started a garden and I never really finished it, but that is the goal, to really just kind of like harvest my own food. But until that day, I'll just be like watching out for everything else that I eat. So in making this change, my daily routine pretty much changed too. Like my daily routine when I woke up would be, I would get up, I would make myself some oatmeal that had pumpkin seeds, almond seeds, apple pieces, black seed, chia seed, all this really good stuff, and it tastes really good. Cranberry raisins, coconut milk, that's what I made it with. I would also, you know, put some honey in it for a little flavor. And along with that, next to my oatmeal, I would have a list of vitamins that I took. I took all these different vitamins to help me with my endometriosis and to help clear up the inflammation that I had that was going on in my body. And it was probably like 18 different vitamins that I will just, you know, put in the video. And I would take that and I would drink my tea every morning. I would drink tea along with my vitamins, and I was doing this every single day. And it started working, you know, the first 2 months. I also noticed, like with my period, I would have like I would have like a 6-day long period. And once I started taking these vitamins and doing different stuff like that, I noticed that my 6 days went down to 5 days. And the thing about that is, the only reason why, you know, like a lot of women have like really bad cramps and longer periods is because we have a lot of inflammation down there. And once you start to clear that up, you know, your periods will be shorter. They really should be probably like 3 to 4 days, and then that's it. But for me, when I first started, it was probably like around 3 to 4 days, and then it started going into 6 days. Who wants to do that? That's not fun. So I noticed that, and I was also taking this other natural vitamin that you would replace pain pills with these pills, and it was called Chamomile. I'll also put that in the video too. But it was a lifesaver. And then literally 2 months later, I became pregnant. So that is a blessing in itself, because I didn't think that I was gonna be able to have kids, because like it just was never like a scare, or it was becoming like, okay, I have this condition, you know, whatever I was doing, it just never happened. So I just was like, okay, well, when I'm ready to have kids, then I'm pretty sure it'll happen. But I was scared. That was one of my fears, and that's also something that I talked about in one of my old YouTube videos. But yeah, so my lifestyle just kind of changed every morning. After that, then I would do yoga, and I would do hip exercises, and I would also do like belly dancing. I became really like gung-ho on, I just wanted to open up my hips, and doing different yoga poses and stuff every day, and along with doing like the different belly dances and stuff, and just trying to bless my, bless my womb. That's really what they say. And I was kind of like unconsciously preparing myself to become pregnant, and I really didn't know it. I was just trying to become healthy. So, and that's really what the journey was. I was becoming healthy, and one day at a time, just doing all the things to bring it all into harmony. So I'm happy, you know, I've had my baby, and I'm just like in my postpartum now, and it's really like a beautiful thing, because I had a beautiful pregnancy. It was just a journey that I did not know I was about to take, that ended up being like, wow, this is really happening. And I really look at him and I'd be like, wow, you're really my son. Like, I really had a kid, which is crazy. And I did it, and it was a healthy, beautiful experience. My delivery was fast. Like, everything that I manifested and everything that I wanted to happen happened. And you know, like, God really gives us power. God's really powerful, but God also gives us power, and we just have to recognize what that power is, and we have to be open, and we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to just live the life that God intended for us to live. And sometimes it's very hard to even see that, but you can't ignore the signs that like God puts in front of you in order for you to take these journeys. Because I mean, I never thought that I would actually be vegan. And my friend and her boyfriend years ago like became vegan, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm never gonna stop eating chicken. Until it was just like, what? Chicken can cause all of these different diseases and da 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 da. Now, I always say if I had a farm, then like I could trust, you know, the process of like how these animals are eating, and then there wouldn't be like all these different dangerous toxins and whatever they're putting into the animals and their living conditions and all this crazy stuff. But I still kind of feel like I don't know if I really agree with like eating chicken. It just becomes so convenient because it's everywhere. That's the only reason why I want to eat it. Like when I'm hungry, and if I want to just like, you know, I miss the smell of chicken wings, like buffalo wings and different stuff, because I used to eat it all the time. But there's ways that I have actually, you know, suppressed that craving and was able to still get that feeling without eating chicken. I mean, buffalo sauce and the sauce and the seasonings are really the things that we like, that they just put on the meat. It's really not, we don't really want meat. You just really want the flavor. You know what I mean? And once you can figure out how to get that flavor and how to, you know, substitute the things that could be killing you and really bad for your body for something that's beneficial and really good for your body, and it still tastes really good, that is exactly what you want. That's the main thing that you want. You want to be able to eat for your energy and still be satisfied. Now, some people actually feel like, or I've like watched a lot of this where even Dr. Sebi or like different people say, we're very greedy, especially Americans. We eat too much. We only eat for pleasure. We don't eat for health. That's very true. We don't eat for health because, I mean, I never even heard of that. Like when you think of eating, it's like, okay, what do I want to eat? What am I craving? What tastes good? What smells good? What's gonna make me feel good? Like we're really emotional eaters, for real. And it has to stop because, which is really hard because even eating vegan, you're like, I want to eat what tastes the best for me. But even just kind of drinking sea moss, you know, sea moss is disgusting, really. Like, you can't tell me that sea moss tastes good in any way, shape, or form, however you put it into whatever. It doesn't taste good on its own, but it's so good for you. It has what, over 100 and maybe 2 or 90 something minerals that your body already has. It's by design, and it does not taste good. You know, if you was to eat anything raw, like plants raw too, it doesn't taste good. If you eat meat raw, it doesn't taste good. But, you know, it's the love and the passion behind the cooking and the seasoning that gives you what you want. But sometimes we just have to say, okay, I'll have one meal that tastes good, and I'll drink a smoothie that you can doctor up. But if you didn't doctor it up, or however you go about it, you do your juices and different stuff like that has so many different good things for you, but doesn't taste that good, you need to start training your palate in order to be able to do that, because that is gonna keep you alive, and not just alive longer, but alive in spirits. And like I keep saying, that's the most important part. You know, being here on this earth for however long we are here on this earth, however long you are on this earth, it's just about like what you do with it, and then how you're walking on this planet. Like, are you walking here a mad zombie filled with death? Because when you're eating dead animals, you're feeding yourself death. So it's no wonder, you know, the music is the way that it is, because, you know, we glorify church's chicken and Wingstop and all this other stuff, where it's like, bro, not only are you listening to death, you're also feeding yourself death, which doesn't make any sense, you know, once you really think about it. You really want to put electric living foods inside of your body in order to feed and fuel an electric living being like yourself. So I think also like what also made me really kind of change the shift in my lifestyle and eating and stuff is not only did my mom have breast cancer, but she also ended up with uterine cancer like maybe a year or 2 years later after that. And not long after that, my dad passed from, he had a lot of different like complications with his health and stuff, even though he seemed like the healthiest, strongest man, which he was, because he was the strongest man that I ever knew. But you know, when your family has all these different like diabetes, high blood pressure, all of these different things, these are the things that, you know, we would want to change for yourself and for your children to come, because these are the things that are just killing us off. And you don't have to be like 80 years old like my dad was. You could be 30 or however old you could be, ending up with any type of, you know, cancerous disease or whatever that just controls your life, and now you're on this cycle that you can't seem to break out of. And those things are hard, you know, watching your family members go through different things like that. You know, I was there through all of that with my mom and my dad, and helping them, trying to make sure that they, you know, just ate right and was getting the right nutrients and different stuff. And they didn't want it and they rejected it. You know, I still try to get my mom on this healthy journey, and she's still running in circles trying to tell me that she's gonna do better, and I'm hoping that she is. But that just goes to my point that it's very hard to do these things and just maybe want to quit cold turkey until it's too late. And for some of us, it's too late, but I also believe that it's never too late, because, you know, some of these things, once you put your faith and your belief and stuff, you can start to reverse it. And that is the whole reason and love and belief behind my tea brand, is that I'm looking to reverse some of the things that were done to me. I'm looking to reverse some of the things that were done to other people, you know, loved ones, and just trying to shed light and love to all of you guys, and letting you know that like health is wealth, and you guys got to take care of yourselves. And that's really the gist of everything. So this tea is basically just for anybody who's looking to uplift and just stay in a place of like calm. You know, when you're drinking tea, you kind of want to just feel relaxed. But not only do you want to feel relaxed, this tea is also going to help you be healthier. With every little sip that you take, and you know, you're just creating a vibe for yourself. Because I know that's what I do when I drink tea. I love to just, you know, be in my own aura, in my own headspace, you know, whether that is just sitting down and getting some work done, sitting down, maybe reading a book, writing, or just like watching your favorite TV show, or just about to get ready for bed or about to start your day. You know, those are key moments that is preparing you for something, and you want to feel relaxed and you want to feel good. And that is just what I'm saying, is that this tea is just going to bring you all the life that you need, okay? Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, leave me a comment. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys.